This light circle. These light circles are so much joy in this appreciation of being together in this light, and we're focusing on the light that we are together. There's so much love in this and so much appreciation for Jesus for bringing us together. It's in this and this devotion, this really deep devotion to seeing what's true and loving our brothers, and to see that in ourselves, see our brothers. And last night we started with chapter 7, and we've been going through some of the chapters and we're put together. And this is part 2 of chapter 7, and it just comes into my heart to read this again. This is like on page 3 at the top, where Jesus, I've shown you this quote a while ago in the Aramaic Bible, direct Aramaic translation. It's really so beautiful. It's all symbology. It's all symbolic. Yet the power of this. It says, it's often said that on the cross I cried, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, and that's translated to mean, my God, why have you forsaken me? And the words he pointed to here in Aramaic are Il, lama sabachthani, and meaning Il being a connotation of Pai, the creator, actually, infinite creator. And in the Aramaic Bible, the Il is only used in one other place, and that's where Moses is with the burning bush. And it is pointing to the absolute reality, even beyond I am. And in this translation, it's Il, an expression of the absolute. For this purpose I am given, or granted, bestowed. So it's declaring that this is his function, like it's our function to, in the recognition of absolute reality, that we are our true identity. So it's really such a beautiful metaphor for our spiritual journey, to the acceptance of our purpose on this world, in this world. You feel you have not the strength for your own release, thus you must rely on mine. Yet let me assure you that you do have all the power for your release, as the will of the Father and yours is one. You have merely to accept that power, and as feel upon it, in these chapters, and in the current chapter 14, he must be helpful for here, because he keeps pointing to that stepping into the power of the identity, of true identity, and how powerful we are as beings, and just constantly reminding that we have all the power for this. It's so deep and precious. You cannot be held by anything in form unless you desire to experience it. So it just feels really good to just point and focus on the light of our identity and have a sense of that infinite power we are. We have this power just to create this, a world, this movement, this changing, this infinite diversity, all appearing within ourselves. How much more power we have as infinite beings. Even beyond, even points in this book beyond, and in the Course in Miracles, beyond even the reflections that we see before us, that are so powerful. And we can hear and tell us this in our heart if we listen deeply. You cannot be held by anything in form unless you desire experiencing. Jesus, is there any desires that you would show me now to hold on to form, to deny the infinite power of being, of who I am? Yes. Yeah, he just told me directly, whenever you deny my voice, you're denying the infinite power of you are. Whenever you deny my voice. Rest assured, freedom is always yours if you cease to deny. This is the value of joining, for it carries the power of God with it. For what perceives itself as alone can only see itself as alone. Is there any desire in the subconscious mind or below my level of awareness to perceive being alone, having a desired experience of being alone? Is there any desire in the subconscious mind to delay the joining, coming together to see what's true together? See that. I'm also willing to see that joining carries the power of God with it. I'm willing to see that joining, to deny joining is to deny myself. Yet what perceives that it is the same as me is the Christ. Jesus, do I perceive myself to be the same as you? And if not, please show me with that eyes that I am the same as you. Yet what perceives that it is the same as me or a brother fully aligns with the power of God. Is there any denial of my brother's sameness? I want to see that. Just checking to see if any specific brothers come to mind. Jesus brings any specific brothers to mind that I need to see or want to see it. In this knowing, it is seen that heaven cannot be kept from you. When I shared that I would rearrange time and space for you, I was offering that rearrangement of time and space is merely a reflection of the collapse in time and the rules of this world as concepts. It is when superconsciousness, a representation of the Father's will that remains in consciousness, aligns with consciousness and overrides the untruth of the laws that are seemingly set by the subconscious mind. It's telling me this is an expression of willingness to see things the whole way, and therefore the expression in consciousness starts to reflect this. It's almost as though the time-space continuum collapse almost seems to be appearing in form. Represented out in form, that's it. It's beyond the grasp of the linear idea of a personal identity. This appears as an expression in consciousness which you recognize. The ego cannot account for these temporal and spatial shifts, yet you, as divine being, are not under any rules of the ego. In truth, Jesus, I'm willing to see I'm under no rules of the ego. You have just pretended to be. So demonstration of time rearrangement can be helpful. I cannot overrule your desire for the experience of time and suffering. I can align with you in your willingness to see the world another way, and thereby the power of your willingness then seems to reflect in the manifest world. This is a reflection of the recognition of divinity. These are helpful guideposts in celebration of your willingness to see beyond the world. Yet they are the smallest possible indications of your true power that is far beyond this world. Jesus, I'm willing to see that my power as infinite being is far beyond this world. True time collapse is to see that there is no time in eternity. There is no beginning or ending, nor start to finish. You, as happiness now, know none of these. I'm willing to see that as an infinite being, I know nothing of time. That I know nothing of beginning or ending. As light, as the light of infinite being. Nor start, nor finish. Now this really is the testament of how it's starting with focusing on the light, really in the ease and simplicity, and the power is infinite being. And why a new covenant? It's really calling to this infinite love, this magnitude. And it's almost like it started as children being let out of the way. You know, the children are going to lead you out, and we are as children of God. And even children who recognize divinity easily. And accept what already belongs, what already is. Really focusing on all the powers already given. That's what I feel like. That's what is coming from here. How it's given. And really how not to settle for anything less than infinity. The whole world is like settling. And then thank you for joining us in the circle of heaven, really. The celebration that heaven's always here. Mm.